Hey everyone, it's Wednesday the 28th of May and it's 8:10 in the evening. And just as I said in the last video, I was going to record this straight afterwards. So this is part 2 of the PC build for Cat. Right, I don't want to use that. I've got the case a bit more prepped. Got the other side panel off. I had to undo their cable management because, well, the way they'd done it, they just would not have been long enough for the motherboard. So yeah, we are ready to go. So all I've got to do is start reinstalling everything onto this. So we are going with a very good power supply. Actually, this is a firm intake. Bit reluctant to get rid of it, in honesty, but I'd rather put something reliable in here, you know, than just a cheap piece of poo that's going to break, you know, not that long down the line. Right, this is where I need an extra hand because I've got to hold that while putting the first screw in. And this is where magnetic screwdrivers... Oh no, it is going to stay up there. I didn't think it was going to stay. Okay. I mean, the Corsair one I took out of... Oh, that's still in Cat's old computer case, actually. That's a good brand. It's just not that powerful. Forgot to take that one out. I don't need that one, I need that one. So, while I think of it, why are these such a pig? They've only got to clip in, but they seem to be such a pig sometimes. There we go, all clipped in. Right. So how's your week been going? Yeah, it's not been too bad for me. My stepdad's not having much fun with his van at the minute though, because he had to get rid of the Mercedes Vito because I got broken into. Of course, insurance just wrote it off because it was a 2009 van, so you know, an old van to them, we're not going to bother. Blah blah blah. Oh, it's on the freaking panel cables. Right, dangle those cables up there. Let's get this in. Make sure the current standoffs are actually going to be where I need them. All of them except one, and there isn't actually a hole for it. So just to prevent any shorting out, I'm going to take that one out. It's just this one down the bottom here. It's the only one. Other than that, they all... Let's get rid of that bit of fluff. They all line up, which is good. It's what I want. Okay. Start putting the screws back in. One. Screws are on these, because I think this would be considered a micro ATX. If you're wondering what her motherboard is, in case anybody wants to Google it for the specs, it's an MSI A78M-E35. Now see, if I was a smart person, I'd put a caption at the bottom there, but I'd always forget, because I'm not that smart. What I should actually do, and I'll do this in the future, I think, I'm going to bring a notepad in here. So when I'm doing videos like this and I want to make little notes like that, so I can put a caption in, so you can pause the video and, you know, type it into Google or whatever. I can take notes and remind myself Does that sound like a good idea? That sounds like a good idea to me. Right, I think that is all screws. It is. Actually, I thought there was a fan in the front here. I'm not so sure now. I'm going to have to pop that off. It's the only way I'm going to get one in there anyway. Okay, so we can get our rear fan plugged in straight away. Just familiarise myself with the headers again. That's front panel, that's USB 3, which neither this case or the other case has. Now, I don't think I've got an upgrade doofy for it either. No, that's USB 2s. Oh, that's a shame. You can get little USB 3 bays that just go in one of these. So if Kat wanted to do that, she could get one. I can fit it for her. Right, that's front audio down there, but looks like we've got, oh no, it's a different socket. I thought we had another audio socket up the top here. I think I'm going to faff around with these front cables now before I fafficate with these. What have I got there? Oh, it's a splitter. Let's make life easy. Let's get rid of that. Because like I said, I'm going to need to muck around with the cable management anyway. Oh, I see, that was Molex to a SATA splitter. We've got a lot of Molex there. We've got more Molex. That's for the GPU. And then I've got 2 SATA there, and 2 SATA there. I might even be extremely generous and give her my spare SSD. Well, technically I've got 2 of them at the moment. Well, I say generous, they're not actually that expensive to buy now. Not this style anyway, you can pick them up quite cheap. But I think that's actually got Windows already installed on it, so... where am I going to put it? This case isn't designed for things like this. Oh, just a second. I'm brainstorming. Right, where did it go? There we go. Could I perhaps use that adapter just to put it into one of these? Yes, no, not that one. Okay, so if I actually put it down there, yes, I can. Better yet, better yet, got that one. Now the other question is, do I plug the SATAs in this side, or do I put the hard drives in so they plug in from the back? It's going to look better that way round actually, isn't it? So I'll do that. So that has got to be attached to that. And then that's got to be shoved in there. Sweet. Ooh, don't need those 2. Right, motherboard is in. What I want to do is just, for the time being, I think that's all of them. I've just got to put them through there. Let's lay it down. So I should have USB and doohickeys right there, audio. So I've got 2 USB headers here. Come on. Why do you not want to go on that one? Because I'm trying to plug it on upside down, that's why. Thought I had it the right way up, okay? I didn't. Right, I think I'm going to need this. Right, I think I can remember how these actually go on here. Is that the switch? Yes. So let's do switch and power LED first. If the LEDs don't light up, just switch them, because I can never remember which way round to put these. I think it's that way round. Right, and we should have reset, which goes below power, and your hard drive LED goes below the power LED. Simple. Whoops. Try not to bend the pins. There we go. So they're all on, they're all on. Now what I've got to do is do a bit of cable management of that lot. I've got a spare bay there. I'm just wondering if Cat will want a card reader put on it. That might be a good idea actually. I have got plenty to choose from. Got plenty up in the cupboard. So that's got to go in that top one, so I could potentially cable tie that lot like that. Bear with me for a minute because my cable ties, I think, are on the PC desk. That took a little bit longer than I expected, so I think I'm going to have to do a bit of snippy in editing. But I have got them, so I was going to plug everything else in and whatnot, but I actually think it might be easier if I do it as I go along. So I haven't got to fight the cables, have I? So I'm going to put one on there. I've got a nice little pile on. That's all you need for this sort of job, just some small ones. So what I've got to hope that I've got the header cables around the right way, although there is plenty of slack there, so I'm not worried about it too much. I'm going to put one more on while on this side. So far this is looking better for cable management wise than my own computer. this side, shall we? So I've got all of that spaghetti there to deal with. Mind you, I'm going to need some slack to access that arm, so I might leave that bit for the time being. Now, got to go through my pile of drives. Because I want a second 500 gigs, so she's got at least a terabyte's worth of storage on it. What's that one? 500 if it works. That one isn't. I know for a fact that one isn't. That one's only 400 gigs, but that is a Barracuda. That's going to be a bit more reliable than the other bloody one. What have I got here? That's 40. That's not good. That ain't no bloody good. That's much use as a wet fart in a thunderstorm, that one. Don't tell me, there's all bloody IDEs here. No. So, what have we got here? Got another Samsung one. What is it though? 320. No, Western Digital, that's too small. All this just to try and find that one's going to be too small. That's 250. Now on and I've got another. There's another 500. I might put 3 in because I don't mind getting rid of some of these. Western Digital, but that's too small. So is that one. What's this one? It's another Samsung. I've got another Samsung. You're 250 though. You're even smaller than the previous Samsung. What's the last one in the pile? For the SATA drives. It's a Samsung as well, but that's too small. Oh, I can see another one, but it's at the bottom of a lot of IDEs. Typically, bear with me 2 seconds while I shift some drives back over to where they're meant to be. Where do those IDE ones I have go? Is it these two? No. I have 2 IDEs. There's another one. I know that one works, so that's definitely going back in. Nope, nope, nope. Ooh. Staring at them. That's another Samsung 250 gig. Let's see if I can pull this one out from the bottom. It's stuck inside. There we go. Hitachi Desk Star, this one. That's my ribbons, that's 80 gigabytes. That weren't no good anyway, not for what we need. Okay, I don't need these ones either. Get your beak out of the cupboard, Captain Beaky. There's nothing in there for you. Okay. There we go, we've got a nice pile of drives to pick from. I'm going to grab that as well because I need some screws. I'm going to need some which are a little bit smaller for that SSD. I want to get that installed first, I think. Please don't knock into me while I'm trying to do this, smudgy. I find any more little screws like that one. That just happened to be the right colour as well. Although colour doesn't matter because you're not going to see them by the time they're in the case. Yep, I think we have to stick some silver ones in. I think if I find 4 silver ones, I will change that black one out. Just so they all match. I know that's something that Cat herself wouldn't worry about. She's not usually worried about little things like that, but I like to be a bit thorough with my builds. Especially when I'm doing them for friends. No, I don't like to do it half-assed for friends. I don't like doing it half-assed in general. But okay, so I just want one more. Don't really need 4 in here, but as the old saying goes, I've started, so I'll finish. From a very old TV game show from the UK. There we go. I've got the 4th one. And some of my own builds I've only actually ever used like 2 screws. But it's not like I haven't got enough screws, so got a big pile of them over there as well. Right, now the question is, can I get this installed from this side to smudge his fat ass in the way? So that's got to go in there. Sorry, Smudgy. I know I'm going to be mean, but I've got to move you out of the way because I need to move the computer around, alright? Like so. Ah. I can't put it at the top there because there are no screw holes, so I'm going to have to, either way, put it in the next one down. I need a light. I can't see. I've got a little torch in my drawer of bits. I did have a little, yeah. Just like to see where my screw holes are so I can line it up. Right there. I think I can get away with a couple of these this side. I can worry about that side if that needs them in. When I take that panel off to pop a fan in there, I'm going to pop one in the front. It's got the one in the back already, just make sure it is orientated correctly. It is, that's good. One. Got to put it there, otherwise I won't get the cables in, I won't get the covers on either. Much choice but to put it there. I should have just about enough room. If I space these so I can get some angled SAT cables in, I think I'll be alright. I think I'm only going to be able to get one more in here in a minute. might be able to actually. Right, another screw. Right, so that's a terabyte's worth. What else have I got here? I think I will leave it at that for the time being. Right. Power cables and stuff like that. That's going to be the next challenge. It's getting heavy now. Got my thumb stuck. Got my thumb stuck between the fan and the power supply. Right, we'll start with our 24 pin. Not quite sure how I'm going to go. No, I can just stick it in like that. It sits in the big void quite nicely actually. That's mollocks. Now, what might make life easier, because I'm pretty certain I've got a splitter, a SATA to single SATA to double splitter. That's going to make life a bit easier and keep the cables tidier. Let's just have a little look. Sure, I've got one in here. That's Model X to SATA. That's not what I want. Is that the splitter? That's the splitter. That's the one I'm looking for. I can then do that, and that's ready to go for the hard drives. I need 3. I've got 3. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt and all that. Might be better off just for the time being. Put it through there. It's a nice case. I will admit I wanted to keep it for myself. I just haven't got a use for it. What we got here, that's for the GPU. So we do need that one. I'm just trying to untangle what I want, what I need and what I don't need. That's the 4 pin. Which goes, hold on. There we go. Alright, so I'll ravel that up in a minute. Yeah, that one's got 2 more SAT connectors on it. So I don't need that splitter. So we're using that SATA to SATA splitter. I haven't got to poke another one of these through there. I don't think I'm going to need anything for the fan, so I think I can actually just get these rolled up out of the way. Something like that. Where's my tires gone? I might actually need a bigger one than this. I'm going to try it. Oh, yeah, I've managed it. I don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't got much else, or much of anywhere else to put it. I'm just going to sit it in there. That leaves me with 2 of these, but there's nowhere else I could just... There might be actually. I haven't got anything going on in here, have I? So if I do that, around the cables, hopefully. through there and grab hold of it. Trying to put my finger on it so it doesn't ping back through the hole. And that keeps both of those nicely out of the way. I'm going to just tuck that behind that one, because I can then just flatten around a bit at the top here. I can just cable tie them together. Job's done. I'll do all this, you know, and I'll turn it on, nothing will happen. That's usually my sort of luck. So what have I got there? I've got the other SATA power cable here. Where's my light? So it's going to have to go up here for the CD drive. There we go. Ah, that was it. Got a couple of nice short cables there. But I don't know if they're actually going to... Yes, they will actually reach. Although this one's not an angled one. But yeah, they will reach. Ah, I didn't think I was going to be able to use this one because I had a straight connector on it. I can, because it sits a lot further back than the hard drives. And I actually think I might have to turn the hard drives at least round, because I don't think the power's going to go in. Let's get the SSD one connected. If I make it red, then I know that's the SSD. Will it actually reach to the socket I want? Where's my doodah? Yeah, thought so. It's gotta go on that one. Now, do I need... I've got this feeling that they are meant to go in the other way, these hard drives. I'm just going to turn one round just to check. Let's do the bottom one. Not that that would be a problem, because I can... Ooh. Yeah, you see that there's a lot more gap there. Yeah, so it is designed for these to go in that way, unfortunately. It's not the way I wanted them. I can't get it to work t'other way round. I don't know why that's been such a pig to get on the screw. Okay. Other ones worked perfectly fine for the SSD, just not these two. It's not going to leave me enough room to get the side panel on when I've plugged the power connectors in, so it's left me with very little choice, but then I only need one power connector for that, don't I? Unless I just concede defeat and just turn this one round as well. I'm going to have to, aren't I? the easiest option is to do it all the same way. I think this is meant to have like quick release locks on here as well, but they're all missing. I don't know if that was like an option maybe. Alrighty, let's unplug that and turn that around and plug it together because I might need a longer one. There we go. Pop the screws back in. I think they're lined up. We're going to find out. Yep, I'm going in, so I've got them lined up. Okay. I think what I will do is take the power cables and whatnot through there. Where's my third one? There it is. One. 2, and of course number 3. There we go. I've got data cables to sort out. It's actually not too bad because I don't actually have to zip tie this one anywhere out of the way. It's worked quite nicely. These blue ones might work. Although I'd be better off going underneath, wouldn't I think? Like I did with the power. Let's see what I've got. That one's a little bit longer, but is it going to be long enough? Can I make it long enough? I think so. Although that's angled the wrong bloody way. That's angled to go on that way. Up and over maybe? Would that be the better option for that one? Same with this one. Which is actually angled to go that way on, for Pete's sake. Which means I would actually be better, if I can get it off, to put that one on there. That one is the one. Right. That one under there. That one might be a bit long. I might have to do something with that one. Where's the other? Oh, it's over the top. Duh. Maybe I can get that one to go underneath. No, I'd have to get a longer one if I want to do that. Probably going to need a longer one anyway. What have we got? That one goes on the same way. I think it's just as long, so I should be able to go through the bottom of this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to use a use one with a straight on either end. Angled is not going to work with that one. Try a nice red one. Again, should be long enough to go through there and through there. That can all go in there, and it can go back in my thingy, out of the way, hopefully. Go. Right, so I want, what way up are they? That way, I think. So there's one. White one's the second one down, isn't the one with the white plug, so I'm going to do that one next. That'll be number 2 in the row. And number 3, and I might just try to sort a little bit of the cable management out. Hang on a minute. To get under the power supplies for that. There we go. I need one more to go from up there, don't I? I forgot about that. Right. We'll use this blue one. Which I actually think is the one that came from it. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to go round and down the back of all these power cables with this one. Like so. And then that can go the way up in there, like that. We're getting somewhere now. I do just need to sort that and that. I am going to roll up this cable like that, I think, and put a tie around it. Just unplugged itself, but that's not a big deal. So, give that a stick. Shoot it across the kitchen. Plug it in. Need light. Yep, just make sure I had it up the right way. Yep, just make sure that's clicked on. Yeah. Try and tuck that down there. I just wonder if I just... It's only got to be tucked out of the way, hasn't it? Right, while on this side, I think I'm going to go ahead and put her GPU and whatnot back in. I'm actually enjoying this meal. Gotta take that. Also got to correct myself, that wasn't a second GPU slot on the board that I had the Wi-Fi in. It is actually a PCI slot. Oh, hang on, I just realised I don't don't need power for this one, do I? Could possibly end up changing that one, that GPU. I'm going to Google it later because I just want to know what it is. If it's only a 2 GB one, then I'm going to change it for her. Provided I can actually fit another one in. So I'm not going to cable tie that one up or anything, I'm just going to tuck it up here for now. That's the just in case cable. We've got some more power cables up there as well. Right. Now I do believe it's just a matter of sorting the spaghetti junction out over here. I don't think I'm going to worry about too much. I'm going to tuck it up here, like that. I don't worry about it too much because it's not a transparent cover on this side. It's just that. Right, now I should have 2 big old hand screws, thumb screws, whatever you want to call them. That's that side complete. I suppose I should plug it in and power it up and just make sure it is still doing something. Okay. That's because that one's an easy reach. Good. Chucking stuff all over the kitchen. Ready. Let's just get a mouse plugged in for now. Power would be useful. Switch is on. I've got life. I've got power LED. I've got life over there. Good. Is there an OS on that? There is, so I haven't got to worry about that either. So I've just got to put a fan in the front there, and I was also going to stick one on there. Be an exhaust fan. But I don't think I'm going to do that in this video. Yep, getting device. Why is it getting devices ready? Oh yeah, because it's a different install of Windows, isn't it? X marks the spot. Ooh. And there's your answer as to why I broke the window there. So all I did was just swung the door open like that, bang, that handle caught it, and that was the end of that. Okay. That's looking good. Nice breeze coming off the back here. Nice power supply update and upgrade. And apart from the pile of cables at the top here, the rest of it is looking okay. I'm quite happy with that bit and that bit. It's better than what it was like in our old case anyway. Brilliant. Mouse, I just want to shut down because I want to know what this is. Actually, I can find out, can't I? Putting this board over here. Because if it's DDR3, I'm going to try it with this machine and see if it will work with whatever's on there. And it is not, it's DDR4. Oh! Sorry, cat, I haven't got any other ram that we can put on that for you. But if you go on Vinted, you can find them quite cheap. Might also tell you what you need to go and get as well. There we go. Let's try and keep things as tidy as possible. I spent quite some time yesterday cleaning things up and whatnot. Now I've just got stuff piled everywhere. Right, what do I need to do now? It's just that fan really, isn't it? So, shut down, we'll have to find where the mouse is. Yeah, it's got to go through and just install the video drivers and whatnot. Bits of cable tightened in. All of this has got to go in the drawer. That's doing that too as well. More rams for the rams drawer. There we go. Right, so I'm guessing there's a hand gap on the bottom there. If I just pull on it, yep. And that leaves a little bit of cobwebs, but a nice cubby hole down there to put a nice fan on. Oh yes, and I can get this bit off as well now, can't I? Put the card reader in. Can't put it in that one because I've got all that panel there. Yeah. Yeah, it's been an hour now, so I can do that and that'll finish this up quite nicely. Tell you what I will do just before I shut the video down. No, that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. Cable tied in here, haven't I? Right, let's start and get to that end then. I want to know if this actually does work. If I can get the bloody thing to plug in, because all of these connectors are not lining up typically. I've got a black one there that's not lining up. Okay, I've got that one pushed back in. It's been a bit of a arse wipe to plug in. Right, and that goes in. It does light up. It's blue. Oh, So is that little blue neon maybe? There is a fan in this power supply. I can feel the breeze coming out of it. But at least I know it works. It was on a couple of sticky pads down in there like that. Brilliant. I'm happy with that. Oh, that's the power for the bloody CD-ROM drive. Let's see if there's anything in that actually. If I can get this cable back on. Sounds like there is not. There we go. I wonder if I've got the wires on wrong for the hard drive because they're not flashing. Not that that's a big issue at all. Right, so I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Comments, etc. in the comment section down below. Maybe consider subscribing as it is free to do so, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.